This is a cutting-edge show. Don't hold it back. What the hell happened out there?
It's time for the opening drive.
Go ahead, B. I'll let you have it first. I'll let you.
I wanna absolutely throw up at the outcome yesterday, and I don't say that to throw digs right off the bat. I don't say that to be cool on the podcast and stuff. For guys who put too much emphasis on wins and losses, proud to say that that's the type of attitude, that's the type of focus you have to get those type W's. I absolutely believe there's no doubt we should be 2-0. I want to be 2-0, and I absolutely want to go over the ways that what happened yesterday that really crystallized, especially at the end, what transpired to make sure it didn't happen. But it is imperative from a team perspective that the guys remember the Marty Schottenheimer statements that he used to make with us, that the season is a marathon. And as sick as we feel today, the Cincinnati Bengals are 0-2. The Steelers are coming to town. It's Steeler week. They're 1-1. And the Ravens blew a game almost as bad as we blew the game yesterday.
Wait, Bernie, we'll get into all that. Yeah. We got to know what happened at the end. Hanford, big dog defense. Tell us what happened.
Well, God damn it, I'm not going to hold back. I mean, when you look at it, it all started right from the beginning with that damn thing they put in the middle of the field. I think that's where all the problems start. We are the dogs. And,
not the elves.
Not the elves. I mean, I look around, that damn thing is in the middle of the field. That is the problem. It jinxed us right off the bat. And then after that, I know everything was going to go downhill, but man, it was just absolutely terrible.
Look at, as we have the play up there, and as we're looking at Grant Delpit on that elf right there. Look at as you see both the corner, the Denzel to the top of your screen, and Delpit coming off the elf there. At the snap of the ball to the first probably 10 yards, you have both the guys' eyes looking straight in the backfield. At this stage of the game, understanding where you are in the field, where you are in the game, not wanting guys for sure to get behind you. It's a mortal sin right there. But for my top dog here, my DB, coach me up. Bring me back to earth here.
I'm going to bring you right back on this particular play because it was just horrible. I mean, just absolutely horrible. When you look at it, you got Denzel, you look at him at the top right there, safety. They in what they call a 2-deep coverage. Denzel's job right here is to keep an eye on the guy, threaten him, and then also keep an eye on the back coming out in the flat. Now, look at him right there. Now, he's got a linebacker right out there in the flat, so that tells him he's got to get deeper. Not only does he have to get deeper, the safety have to get deeper, but it's going to be really, really hard for the safety to make that play because look where this ball is caught. Look how close this ball is to the sideline when the receiver catches the ball. Okay, that's a long ways for the safety to go, even though, Bernie, the way this thing is designed, the safety have pretty much half of the field in this coverage. But that's a tough play for him to make. So I look at both of these guys. I think they're both wrong in this coverage. You cannot have a play like that, especially when the position that we're in the ball game. You cannot let them get behind you. This is 2 weeks in a row. This is happening. That's a damn problem.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I concur with you. And actually, how we talk about it, we had to look at this play probably 20 times to get the feeling for it. And Dave, if you could run it back one more time, because we've settled on that. We do think it's cover 4 quarters coverage. Josh Johnson down to the bottom of the screen has the X receiver. Grant Delpit on the top of the elf's head right there. Should have a double team when the number 2 receiver releases to the flat like he does with the guy there on the 36-yard line there. But to your point, that's a tough run for him to get to the deep corner of the field there. So really Denzel and Delpit have to get their depth at this point in the game.
Hey, Hanford, what is Delpit doing there? Because he's not moving. What's going through his mind during this play?
Well, first he's got to see if anybody's coming down the seam at him. Okay. Right away, Delpit sees that no one's coming down the scene at him because that particular guy, he's in blocking, and now his half of the field goes to the outside along with Ward.
So his head should turn immediately to the left outside when the tight end blocks, chips, and releases to the right. That immediately should send his head in a true quarters coverage. Now that if we're assuming it's quarters, if that's a quarters coverage, he should have. Now you see his head turned. That should have happened in a true quarters coverage.
Well,
5 steps earlier.
You're absolutely right. Now, if he turns and run toward the receiver that's almost to the sideline right there, you could see there's another receiver starting to threaten him, but you look at the other safety, no one's coming behind him, so he's taking care of this other receiver. Look at this guy. There's no one within 10 or 15 yards of this guy after he catches the football going into the end zone. That is crazy. I mean, that is insane.
So, you know what? As Browns fans, here's what we want to know. Joe Woods, why don't we have a third safety out there? Why don't we put a picket fence up? How does a ball get that deep with a minute 58 seconds? 60. It's unexcusable.
Well, you know these guys. I mean, they got 2 defensive backs, coach. I mean, 2 of them. When you look at these guys, I mean, this is the second week this has happened. I guarantee you, everybody's getting on Joe Woods. They're giving him a hard time, but I guarantee he probably wanted to grab one of those defensive back coaches by the throat and say, "What the hell is going on here?" Because obviously these guys, for this to happen twice and pretty much the same coverage twice, I mean, that's a problem.
Yeah, and to as players, we have to take initiative and responsibility on ourselves from that perspective of it.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? We keep hearing, and we're digesting this play, we keep hearing breakdown in communications. We've had that for 3 years, breakdown in communications. Breakdown in communications, the end of the second quarter leads to 14-14 after we dominated that first half. And now we're hearing breakdown. What did we do in the offseason? What did we do in minicamp? What did we do in training camp? What have we done in the preseason?
Here's absolutely one of the things that is an issue with football teams. Now with restricted time in practice, restricted time in OTAs, training camp, and then actually restricted or shortened, condensed time in the preseason games and stuff. From that perspective, the Cleveland Browns, I love our talent level, defensively, offensively. I mean, we have as much talent as anybody in the league. But we said this on the podcast in the first one. We're the youngest football team in the NFL. We're 25 years of age. It's not making an excuse for it. But when you maybe don't have your football legs underneath you and you're the youngest team in the league, your attention to detail, your discipline, you make mistakes like that, you lose your focus a little bit. And those are the type of things where you know your stuff in the heat of the game, or in the sitting in a meeting room in an air-conditioned room like we are here today. But in the heat of the battle, with the chaos going, these younger guys, there may be that communication issue and that maybe not attention to detail and the lack of focus.